What are you seeing in the marketplace right now, Albert? Hey, it's Kathy Sokolic here with Realty Austin-Compass, and of course my friend Albert.
Hello, how are you?
Albert Allen, also with Realty Austin-Compass. We are now in January 2024, which is very exciting.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Albert.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And I haven't seen you since last year.
I know it's been since last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get together and talk a little bit about our housing update and maybe some predictions for the year. So, what are you seeing in the marketplace right now, Albert?
I'm seeing good times. Q4 seemed to pick up a little bit. So, not only looking at the stats, but with client activity.
Yeah.
So, are you seeing the same thing?
I saw a lot more buyers out. I think due to the decrease in the interest rates.
Yeah.
They had gone all the way up to 8%, and at the time of this recording, we're around 6.5%.
Yeah.
So, do you think that makes it more of a good time to buy?
Absolutely. So we were just talking with another small group, and low sixes for the conventional loan, but looking at folks that are FHA and VA buyers, it's like 5.85%,
and that's a
no
big deal.
points,
No points.
Yeah. So absolutely. Right now, like you said, more buyers are coming to the table. I did take the holidays off. That was pretty good. I think you.
I just slept.
You slept? Okay,
I
awesome.
slept, but I worked.
Yeah, so I forced it, but and passed on the work. But the buyers are definitely there. I think we have more pending contracts than we did new contracts coming, which is probably weren't that many new coming over the holidays. But
Right.
but as far as the number of pending, we're definitely up from the past couple of months. So
Which is great.
Yeah. So.
But I think a little word of warning: if you are interested in buying, we're looking at a sweet spot, because what happens once those interest rates go down even more? More buyers come out, more competition, and then we're right back to multiple offers and lower inventory and higher prices.
Yeah.
So we really are looking at that sweet spot right now of a good time to buy.
It is. I've had a couple of team members that actually were in multiple offers.
Wow.
And one friend, she represented the seller in not only the multiple offers, but they were doing the appraisal waiver again. And we haven't seen appraisal waivers for like 2 years.
Wow.
So the rates come down, especially in those sweet price points, between 500 and 800, where a good bulk of the homes are here in Austin.
Yeah.
And certain neighborhoods that you're going to see it where there's lower inventory already, and the homes are in great condition. We always tell the folks wholesale home or retail home. So folks are fixing their homes up, and even if they're in the market for 60 days or 180 days, even those are getting a lot of traction. I know I have a couple of those listings as well.
Same.
So people look and they think that just because a home was on the market for 6 months that they're the only ones looking at it, and they're not.
They're not.
Rates are down, and people were kind of sitting on the fence, and that's what my clients are doing. They're kind of like, hey, they're putting their hands up again, and they're ready to make a move.
Absolutely. And something else we wanted to talk about a little bit was kind of some predictions for 2024. Albert, you mentioned that the U-Haul report still had Austin as the number one relocation city. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured everybody was leaving.
I thought so too. I've had that conversation the whole holidays. Every holiday party I went to, it was the boomerang buyer. I'm thinking that all my folks that moved here over the past couple of years are going to go because of our tax rates and everything else going on.
In Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But no, that report, I think there were a couple cities, but Austin was still number one as far as the usage of the U-Haul trucks coming through. But I think it's looked at very highly as far as a reporting database that Austin is still the number one destination for the relocation folks. come to Austin and give us a call.
Yeah, call us.
We're here to help.
Yeah, and then one other set of numbers that we could look at were NAR, so National Association of Realtors. Three Texas Metroplexes actually were on the list of the most pent-up demand for the housing market.
Okay, yeah.
So Austin was number 1.
Again, we're number 1, baby.
DFW number 2 and Houston number 6.
Okay.
So, and I find that really interesting because it feels like demand is down a little bit. We've got those houses that have been sitting for a long time, but it's like everybody's just been sitting.
Yeah.
Everybody bought during that crazy boom and is now like, what do we do?
Right.
But with interest rates coming down, people are going to be more motivated to move around, move up, move down. So I think we're really going to see a crazy spring.
Yeah, that's true. The interest rates being so low a couple years ago, people not wanting to sell because they could not do the move up or move down,
right.
or everything was a lateral move regardless of how big it was. So we're going to get those folks back in the market. So I guess a few homes in the inventory, but they're going to be buyers again too.
Yep.
So the pent up demand on the folks who are just sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
And now they're coming back.
Yep.
Now that's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You ready for this crazy spring?
I think it is going to be a crazy spring. If the winter, which is historically a slower season, has been as crazy as it is. I have a colleague that over the holidays they had 3 contracts that they wrote last week, and and there's like the incentive is there because it's time for the person to get the house. But as far as closing on the house before the new year to get the homestead exemption and things like that, the things that we're telling people in November, December, they were looking at it and going, hey, it's the right house, the interest rates, great rates again, and there are technically not as many buyers out there, so they're stepping out of the sidelines. So what are you thinking then for the rest of 2024? What are you feeling? What are your predictions?
My predictions, I think we're going to have a much busier year than we did last year,
all right.
2023. I think in 2023, I think we ended up under 4 million total homes sold nationwide.
Okay.
And I think we'll be definitely over that this year.
All right.
We'll be over 4 million for sure. And hopefully a lot of those in Austin.
Yeah. Very cool. And then tell me this then. What do you think in new construction resale? You think there's still going to have a strong new construction presence as far as sales?
I think so, but it's going to be on the outskirts. There's no big developments anymore within Austin, or they're getting fewer and fewer because we're just running out of land.
Yeah, so expensive too.
If you want that resale, there's going to be a few infill developments, and some of the bigger neighborhoods are going to be finishing out, but then you're going to have to go outward if you really want new construction.
As far as your buyer pool, switching it up just a little bit, do you have a strong amount of buyers that have bought new construction versus resale, or are you still heavily more resale?
I'm probably heavily resale, just because I work more in the central part of the city. In my neighborhood of Mueller, we do still have a lot of new construction.
Yeah, right. That's what I was wondering.
But we're almost done. It's almost finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many more builds do you guys have there?
Gosh. Well, we still have some condo projects that are finishing. So those aren't selling yet.
Okay.
And really, like David Weekley's almost sold out. Lennar, which was Cal Atlantic, which was Standard Pacific, which was Streetman. They're going to have the bulk of the homes left. Muskin has some and Empire has some, but that's all we've got left.
So that's all price points too, though?
That's almost all price points. Almost all of them are going to be
like 500-600 and above?
700 and
above.
Okay. Yeah, in that neighborhood, unless you're able to get into the affordable program. And there might be a few new builds there, but they're also winding down.
And as for your prediction for that inventory based on your knowledge of Mueller, do you think those, once they come available, will they stick around, or you they hit contract really quick.
I think that as we go further into 2024, they're going to sell.
They're gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in Austin, new construction, 700,000 plus. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I see the same thing, and you showed me that report for NAR, and then the other report from the other agency that was predicting higher, the over under. On that they were predicting that it was actually going to be over what NAR predicts on there, and if
I think NAR's predicting 4.25 million homes sold. Yeah.
And they were predicting like over 4.6 or something like that, right?
Over.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Who knows how the economy's going to look, but even what we've had, not to shoot ourselves in the foot, but as far as the economy of Austin, I think we're super diverse now with what we have with medical and the IT and education and receipt of government. So as far as the different industries go, I think the strength is there as far as the workforce goes. And then I think, I cannot quote who it was from, but I think there was a workforce report that came out. Maybe it was the Austin Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
And it was still, work economy that we had here as well. So as far as 2024, I think what you said, that it's definitely going to be stronger than 2023. And 23 was not bad. We actually did a transaction together on a personal purchase. So agents are buying too, and we're skeptics on certain things,
We're picky.
And so I think what you said, 2024 is going to be for a ride, and with that pent up demand, now is the time. I mean, the prices are as low as they're going to be.
Yep.
And you can still negotiate. And work with your clients. So I'm excited. I'm excited about 2024.
Yeah, me too. Woohoo! Let's go.
Let's get it.
Thanks for joining me today, Albert.
Awesome.